Hey, this is Chad from Bacon Firearms Review. Well, we're going to take apart the M1 Garand and clean it, since I haven't cleaned it from the other day of shooting. So that way you guys can see how it comes apart and how you clean it, how to properly maintain it, so that way your M1 Garand will last a lot longer. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and here we go. Okay, what you're going to do first is flip over your M1 Garand. And you want to be able to put something on here so you don't damage your front sight, or rear sight should I say, over here. So over here, I don't know if you can see it, but on the back of the trigger guard you pull back, then up. Now that comes up. Now this should be able to slide out. So there's your trigger group. Flip it over. Now this should all pop out at the same time. So now there's your barrel, and you take your stock and put it over here on the side. So what you're going to do next is take out where this recoil spring guide rod connects to. There's a little catch right there. You see that? So what you're going to do is pull this back. But what I recommend is use pliers because it's pretty oily. Bring it back like this. And watch out, there's a lot of tension on that spring, so it might fly out of your hand. So you take that out. This part, what I like to use is the small screwdriver. There's a pin right here, and you right there if you can see the pin. So on the other side of it, you're gonna take that pin out. So now this piece will come off. Your guide rod for your internal magazine is going to come out, and also the follower of your internal magazine, that will come out. This will pop up like this, then out. Once that's done, you flip it over, and you're going to pull back the bolt and carrier all the way back. So you're going to lift up. There's a little groove right about there. Don't know if you can see that. So this could come all the way back like that, lift up, then forward. And all should come right out. So now you got your bolt. Comes right out. Put it right there. This slides just like that. Now you got all the parts that was inside your upper receiver of your M1 Garand. What you do is spray this little oil on it, let it soak for a little bit, get all the sides, so that way you can get all the carbon buildup off of it. So just cover it all, flip it over, get that spot. Also your pen, you definitely need some of that. Also your bolt carrier. Let that set, and also your recoil spring. So start from over here. Go all the way down the spring. You're also going to clean this. This is the receiver where all your parts go into. So what we're going to do is spray around in here, right in the back because it rubs a lot back there. Also down the rails here. On the other side too. Right here too. And just kind of get it all. And also right in here too, it rubs. And down over here into the groove where the piston goes into, kind of spray it in there a little bit. Also down where piston tube meets the barrel. Get that nice and good. Spray it down. Flip it over. Also get it really good right in here. Also on the outside here too. You kind of want to just kind of cake it on. Try not to get any on the stock, but you want to be able to get it so all the carbon buildup, all the gunpowder, all the black stuff is just off of it. So that's your main goal. So, and also down the barrel too. What I like to do is, let's see if I can do this with you guys seeing. Well, let me just do it from this side. Or yeah, so you go down the barrel like this and just spray down there from all different areas. So what you got to do actually for the trigger group is soak it in. I forgot to mention that earlier, but what you do is spray this down and let it set, whichever you've done. So this is all good to go. So you're going to take your brush and kind of get down in the small areas if you can, and just kind of brush it out, get it nice and clean. So after you're done with the oil for 5 minutes, you have taken the wire brush to it lightly and got all the stuff off. You're going to wipe down all your parts, get all the junk off. You should be able to see all this black stuff coming off of it. Oh, like that. And just kind of cleaned off. And also right in front of here on your bolt carrier, make sure that's all nice and clean. Might have to take a brush to that a little bit more, because that's not a part you want to have jammed right there, because once you get junk build up in there, it will not grab the cartridge because there's too much buildup. So get that really good in there too. Make sure it's completely dry before you put it back together. You're going to do the same thing to the receiver. Wipe it down, make sure all the junk's out of it, get all the grooves, kind of wipe it down, make sure it's all dry. Also down here, make sure that's all nice and clean, and also down into this groove where the piston lies into. So what you're going to do is start, usually a lot of people tell you to start from back here into the barrel and just, you know, go about 15 times right through like that until you pop out on the other side. Like that. Come back. You do about 15 times, but I find it easier to do this because they say you don't want to damage the barrel, so make sure you don't go all the way down. So you're going to go in until you're all the way through like that. Then go out. And do that for about 15 times. And it should probably work for you, and get everything out. And do about 15 times and look down the barrel. It should be a nice glossy finish. Quality gun cleaning cloths. So you're going to take a single one, which should be about this big, and you're going to fold it over like this, then fold it over another time. Put it on top of the hole of the barrel, and shove this down the bore all the way. And you should be able to feel this thing twist because it's going through the rifling and cleaning it out. Go down. You could do it 3 times, it'll be fine. But most of the time, you just got to keep running it through until your cloth is semi-clean, then that'd be good enough. Oil everything. What I like to do is use the outers oil. What I do is just kind of put it right there, also there. What I do is just kind of cake it a little bit, and run my fingers all over it just like that. And also right there you'll see a wear mark. If you see that, that's where you need to oil it right on top of this, and also here, because that's where the piston rides on when it's underneath the barrel. So make sure you do that. And also right in here, make sure the grooves are there where everything's sliding. All that needs to be oiled. Also right in the back, this all needs to be oiled really heavily. And that's basically how you clean the M1 Garand. Just do what I did when I took it apart and do it in reverse. So yeah, the pliers is important for that recoil spring. As when you take yours apart, it's really spring loaded, so that's the only thing you have to watch out for. Other than that, it's pretty easy. Just a lot more moving parts. You got to make sure everything is nice and oiled inside there. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and you have a bacon of a day.